So what we're going to do in this lesson is we're going to do calculations involving scientific notation, but we're not going to be using a calculator. So common exam kind of question. Okay, question 1. Express 5 times 10 to the 6 times 6 times 10 to the 4 in the form like this. So this is just standard scientific notation. Okay, so what we can do is writing it out like this, we can see that we're actually multiplying 5 by 10 to the 6 by 6 times 10 to the 4. So we can group together the 5 and the 6, and we can group together the base 10s. So we've got 5 times 6, and then that's been multiplied by 10. Now this is the first law of indices, because we've got 10 to the power of 6 times 10 to the power of 4. So we're going to add the indices up, and that comes to 30 times 10 to the power of 10. One more step, we still need to get the decimal point, which is at the end of this 0 here, and we need it between the 3 and the 0, because we need the A part to be less than 10. So we're going to divide this by 10, so therefore we have to increase the index here by 1. That'll be 3 times 10 to the 11. Example 2. Express 2.5 times 10 to the 9 divided by 5 times 10 to the 3 as a normal number. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to write this out like this. Now the first thing you got to notice is that we have to divide 2.5 by 5. It's much easier to do 25 by 5. So what we can actually do here, nothing say we can't, we can multiply this by 10 and just decrease that by 1. So it'll be 25 times 10 to the 8 divided by 5 times 10 to the 3. And now the reason we've done that is because 25 is easier to be divided into 5. So 25 divided by 5. And we're using the second law of indices when we're collecting the base 10s. We're subtracting the 3 from the 8. So that gives us 5 times 10 to the 5. Converting it back into a normal number, we're going to have 500,000. Okay, and so we've got another non-calculator question. So this is a two-parter. Express 6 times 10 to the 6 divided by 5 times 10 to the 12 in scientific notation, and part 2 as a normal number. So let's just write this out. So again, dividing 6 into 5 is pretty tough. But what we can do is we can multiply that by 10 and decrease this by 1. So what we'll have is 60 times 10 to the 5 divided by 5. Now we can divide 60 by 5, and because we're dividing, we're going to be using the second law of indices, and we're going to be subtracting the 12 from the 5. So we're going to have 60 divided by 5 times 10 to the power of 5 minus 12. Tidying this up, 6 divided by 12 is 60 divided by 5 is 12. Then we're multiplying that by 10. 5 minus 12 is minus 7. And we've got the first part to do, which we have to convert that into a scientific notation. So again, we have to divide this bit by 10, so the decimal point goes in between the 1 and the 2. Because we're dividing this by 10, we have to increase this by 1. So that'll be 10 to the negative 6. So it'll be 1.2 times 10 to the negative 6. And part 2, convert that into a normal number. So we're going to be shifting this decimal point 6 places to the left. So we're going to have 6 zeros, then a 1 and a 2 with a decimal point between the first 2 zeros. And that's how it's done.